Check. All right, we are live here, XFL Noobs. Disappointing day.
Yeah, so
Disappointing day, yeah. And disappointing day not because Seattle lost. That's not what I'm mad about. Or disappointed about. In fact, I expected Houston to be better at the beginning. So here are the two things that I've noticed about today's game so far. And we're not even watching the second game. I wanted to get this out right now. Houston was playing subpar. PJ Walker was throwing picks galore. At the beginning of this game against Seattle, Seattle was holding it down. They looked confident. But as, the game went through, Seattle started to sort of... their defense was poor. Houston looks much stronger. Something changed, and all of a sudden...
Like halfway, right? That's kind of when I jumped in.
Yeah, exactly.
Started picking up again.
Yeah, you saw Houston being Houston again, right?
Yeah.
Seattle had their chance to keep a 23-20 lead. Didn't do it. For some reason. In fact, you know what? I'm not even upset at the fact that Seattle's defense is weak. And again, we know nothing about football, but it gets so obvious.
Yeah.
It looked like they were afraid to tackle or touch anybody because Houston was so fast. I think that was the thing, is they were afraid to commit to a move and then get burnt. But when there's three guys on one, how could you get burnt? Okay, anyway. What put Seattle back was the undisciplined play. They lost 15 yards on defense and then had Houston move up. And then that's kind of what had the levee break from there, right? Undisciplined plays. So that right there pissed me off, and that has nothing to do with the league. That's just Seattle being stupid. What really pissed me off, why I'm mad right now, is that they had 3 seconds left. They reviewed it. I'm watching this league because of the amount of, they show us what it's like in the review booth. They show us what the coaches and what the referees are saying to each other. They really want us to be a part of the game. They really want us to see just how accurate these people are versus in the NFL. They keep it a secret, it's... sometimes I think you do that on purpose in the NFL because it's now they're trying to make it TV. They're trying to make more money off of drama. Right? I'm sure they do that for soccer too. I've talked to so many soccer fans, UEFA Cup, etc. That and whatever, they complain so much about how some refs try to put themselves in the game and how it's like they cause so much drama, and they're like, well, who cares? It causes us to have conversations. But to me, in my opinion, when a league is this new, credibility to someone, well, for me specifically, credibility is actually starting to waver.
Because they didn't play out
Because,
those last 3
I
seconds.
didn't make that clear.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. They didn't play the last 2-3 seconds. Anything can happen. All the rules keep saying no lead is safe. We stop the clock at 2 minutes, and we stop between plays. We run off 5 seconds, et cetera, et cetera.
It doesn't matter if it's unlikely. You still have to continue and play by the rules.
Look, you're right. It is unlikely. Yet people still buy lottery tickets.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter that it's unlikely, right?
No.
It's like the principle of, like you said, you would, promote this and follow these rules. So,
well, you know what?
Finish the game.
I agree, but there's another thing too. I wouldn't care if they didn't bother with the 2 seconds if Houston had a 10-point lead.
Where it was physically impossible for them to catch.
Yeah, where it's just like mathematically impossible.
Right.
But instead, they decided to just if you look at the end of that replay, you'll see that one of the Seattle Dragon players was like, "No, there's 1 second left. There's 1 second." He looked at the clock. There's 1 second left, and there was because they stopped the clock late. But when they reviewed it on TV,
there was actually 3.
and then they talked to the people in the booth. Yep, that there was. It's too late. We feel bad. But it's like, no, this is an 8-team league, and Houston's 4-0, Seattle's 1-3. This could mean the difference in where you place. It's only 8 teams, and there's only 10 weeks.
Yeah.
The fact that they decided to let this go and they're gonna let accuracy slip like that right now. You're having enough problems. look, if you compare it to the AAF, like the other football league, obviously XFL's killing it.
Right.
But then when you look at something like hockey, which is a sport not as popular in the States as compared to football and baseball, XFL has to do its best to try to do everything to keep it as consistent as possible, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Especially for a noob like me. I'm willing to spend time and money on this sport. But if the XFL is going to be this way, then I don't know. I question the credibility. Maybe not credibility, but I just question, like, why would you just let that slide?
Why? Right. What's the point? It's
I'm
3 seconds. Just play it out. Just finish it.
I'm not even a huge Seattle fan. I think they suck. I'm sorry, but they do. They're not that great. They're mediocre. I mean, not as bad as some teams. I mean, like Tampa Bay is doing much better. But honestly, I don't think that this was a good thing for the league. I think that what they've done for someone like me, to see that they aren't going to give Seattle that one last shot. Can you imagine the highlight reel if they came back and tied it? And like big things would have happened. One, they tied it with the new point system with the XFL shows off about 6 points, and then scoring 3 on a points after touchdown.
Because the rule is, like, so even though there's only 3 seconds left, if they play it, they can play the play out.
As long as, they just finish the play.
But if they finish the play and got a touchdown, then when they try to get 3 points again,
it continues because it's not finished yet, right?
Right.
That's still the play.
So that's still the same play, even if they got a touchdown and started again.
Yep.
So 3 seconds, like, you never know what could happen in 3 seconds.
Anything could happen in 3 seconds. 2 things would have happened. It would have been a miraculous comeback, which would I think would have made waves in all the sports networks.
Yeah.
And we would have seen the first shootout in the XFL. I think that's how it goes. You do a shootout afterwards. There's no tie games type of thing. Or they just, there's no tie games. So just keep going till someone... So that would have been super duper exciting.
And even if not, it plays out and like 3 seconds happened and...
Yeah.
They had their fair shot.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't care if they didn't play the 2 seconds. If Houston had a 10-point lead, I get it. 2 seconds, so what? But no, anything could have happened. And to tell you the truth, I'm disappointed. I'm super disappointed as a fan because I expected, for someone new like me to see games see a league where they're trying the best to make, accuracy a thing and to make it fun for me to watch. This is not fun. I'm disappointed. And this is a good game. I liked watching this game, but that really pissed me off, man. Like it just really left a bad taste in my mouth. Then the next game was Dallas and New York Snorefest. I'm not interested. So I don't know.
Check out the highlights later.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a react video on that. Anyway, that's it for this video. We'll get back to you later on today with the other games. If we watch the highlights, we have a couple of chores to do as a married couple. So anyway. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't know what else to say. I'm choked, so peace.